So currently our game works so that like it doesn't jump anymore on on air. Okay. And we also can activate the animation, yeah. But there's something wrong yet. Meaning, if we turn left, the player should turn left, Jua. Okay, so that's the target of our next this tutorial. So it's called flipping the character. Flipping the character.
Sir.
Yes, I'm gonna share my screen, Kajab. Okay.
Sir, I haven't shared your screen, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I said. So, like I said earlier, currently our game, the player doesn't. When we turn left, the player should turn left, Jua. So it's just a simple solution that we can do. So for this tutorial, the reference is topic number 6, flipping the character. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is to select the player sprite and take note of the scale. Okay, so make sure you copy the scale value of the character. Okay, so I'm gonna click here on my character, and under the scale value, I'm gonna put it in my notepad dulo so that we know the x value and the y value. We're gonna put it in a variable. We're gonna store it dulo. Hey, what did I do? Okay, copy. So I'm not gonna put a fixed value since all of we have different player character. Actually, um, Sala, this one we have to check this from our script because here in our player controller we set the size of the user actually here dimension niya. Medyo pa. So while this is opening, wait for a while. Okay. Okay, let's wait. Hey, how come at the 3? 1, 2. Gonna pause the video first while it's loading. New. So since we already set the dimension of the player here, okay, float player dimension. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna get the player dimension niya, the current player dimension, which is the local scale X and local scale Y. So here, in this one, player movement, we're gonna get the dimensions niya of X and Y. Okay? So float dim X equals to rigid body dot local scale, sorry, that transform that local scale dot X. So we will get the dimension of the X and the dimension of the Y. So rigid body that transform that local scale dot Y. So this code will get the local dimension of X and local dimension of Y. It's just basically a code to get what is the current size of the character. Okay, so let me get back to that. So now, okay, once are you still typing in that? Hello? Hello.
Already typed, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
So that
so
type.
once you're done typing this one,
Hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
okay, yes, I can hear you. So once you're done typing this one, so this one, if the movement is greater than 0f, this
Okay.
one is player facing right. So sini, player facing left. Okay. So here, what we're gonna do, we're just gonna set the local scale based on dimensions niya with x is positive. Kasal, it's facing to the right side. Okay, so here I'm gonna put rigid body that local scale, sorry, the transform equals to new vector 2. We're gonna put here the value of dim x and dim y. So we're just gonna copy this and we're gonna paste it here, but we're gonna make dim x negative. I will show you why. So again, I added these two codes, copy this here, but here the dim x is negative. Why? Because it's facing to the left. We need to flip the character to the left. Okay. You can pause this video nante if you want to review balik. But I'll switch to my Unity. If you notice here, my local scale is 2. It's facing to the right. Take note, if I turn this into negative, it faces to the opposite direction, kan? Ah. So why we're not gonna catch a y? Because if you make y negative, it will flip the player upside down. Ah, we don't want it to be like that. That's the reason why in our local scale tade, if the player press the left button here, okay, if we press the left button, what's gonna happen is it will move to the left. Okay, there seems to be a problem with our code. Local scale. Lurus ba? Sorry. Sala ni. That local scale. Rigid body. That transform. That local scale. Rigid body. That transform. That local scale. So there's something wrong with my code just now. That local scale. We have to change the local scale of the player so that it's facing right and facing left. So if it's facing left, the x is positive. Sorry, if it's facing right, x is positive. If it's facing left, x is positive. Okay, so we're gonna save it all and we're gonna test it. It's just a simple code sadya, to flip the player. Okay, so you notice, uh, oh, I have a problem. Okay, mine is it forces it to be on the right. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do some changes in our code because this was my mistake here. This one shouldn't be here because this is the update. So I'm gonna move this in the start method. But the problem here is if I move it here, it become local. So I'm gonna remove the float here. Okay. And I have to declare it here as globally float dim x comma dim y. So again, if you're not following, I removed the code here because it happens in the update method. It means it keeps on getting the size. We just need to know the size in the beginning sadya. Then dim x, dim y declared globally. We move the code here without the float because it's already been declared. So hopefully if it works now, if I play this. Diba? Okay, it works. Uh, now it moves. Bida, am I running? I need to change my animation. It doesn't really run properly. Okay, maybe it's because of the no, spike script. Alright, so have any question, guys, for this one?
No.
You managed to make it, okay?
All good.
Yes.
Alright, alhamdulillah. I'm gonna stop the recording.